Hey everyone, and welcome back to DIY with Melissa. I, of course, am Melissa. Today I'm doing a video on my favorite tools in Design Space. I'm going to show you um, the different projects you can do with them and how to use them. Like I said, they are my favorite tools. They're very common. You may see people talk about online, but sometimes, actually using them is another story. So let's go through that today. The first tool I'm going to start off with is my offset tool. And I'm going to show you two different ways that we can use the offset tool. The first one is by offsetting a word. Our offset tool is in our menu, in our, toolbar, if you want to call it that. Along the top here, click on that. It usually defaults to 0.25. You can use this little circle to make it smaller or bigger, like so. Or you can get very specific and type in numbers. So 0.56, for instance, is 0.056 is one of my favorite offsets to do for a thin line around my design. Once you are happy with it, you have two options. You can either keep it as a curved corner or a square corner, and you can weld your offset. So I'm going to leave it like this for now and hit apply, and that's what it looks like. And if I hit it again, we can offset it again at a little bit of a thicker offset. I tend to use the thicker offset a lot when doing cake toppers, for instance, because I want one piece, but I don't want everything to be one piece. So this allows me to have this hello single letters in front, and at the back it's one piece. So I can hit apply again and change my color like so. So that's one way to offset. Do that for now. And I'm just going to show you, if I don't hit weld, if I keep it on weld, you'll see it's creating this thicker attached line, which is what I was just saying. I prefer at the back for especially cake toppers. If I take it off, it's not going to weld and it's actually going to look kind of funny, which we don't want that. It's almost like layering in a sense, which isn't bad, but it's not something I typically would want. And then each offset behind each letter is going to be its own letter because of the way we did it without welding. Welding will give you the one piece that you may want. The other thing offset can be used for is if we create our offset like so, I'm going to change it to black. We can offset the offset, I guess you can say. And now we have a 3D look to our word hello. And if you want to keep it that way, I would group it. And if you flatten it, you can cut it as a sticker. You'd have to put something behind it so that it cuts as one piece, but that's another option. Lastly, for offset, I use this a lot to create outlines around my words. So that. I'll create my offset, and then I'll create an offset again. And then I'm going to select both offsets. And how I'm doing that is holding control on my keyboard and selecting the two offsets in my layers panel on the right side. And now I can hit slice. I'm going to get rid of the excess. That. And now I have an outline around my word. So those are three different ways we can use offset. The last way we can use offset is by giving it a negative offset. I do this a lot when I want to make my shape a little bit smaller because I want a layered look. And sometimes just, duplicating this and making it smaller can work. Like so. We can center it. But other times it might not work so well. And therefore your negative offset is there to create an insert of what you're creating. So I can go really, really thin or I can go really, really big. Now I have the perfect layered shape by using my negative offset. That's it for offset. Like I said, it is one of my favorite tools ever. Our next tool that I also use a lot is the contour tool. Contour tool allows you to close any gaps in a design that you no longer want. If I click on contour, I can click on hide all contours, X out of here. It ends up being one solid line. I'm gonna move that over so we can do this again. I can hide only these 3 lines so that I have a solid heart like this. And that's about it. Or we can hide the insert and then just have the line showing. I don't really know why you would do that, but the option is there. Contour is my best friend, as well as offset. And just a note, this seems to not be the case anymore, but just in case, if your operation is set to print then cut and your contours grayed out like how these are, you may need to change this back to a basic cut. I recently had somebody ask me this on Facebook. I am almost certain of it last week. So maybe Cricut has done a recent update that has fixed this. I'm not sure, but just keep that in mind in case your design space decides to do it as well. We'll set that one aside as well. Next, we're going to talk about attach. Attach and group are similar, but definitely not the same. Grouping something, I use that more for just getting things around my canvas. If, let's say, I want all of this off my canvas, I'll group it and hide it. It just makes life a little easier. Attach, like I said, does a similar thing. But what attach allows you to do is to cut your design exactly the way you attached it. So if I just hide this again and I leave this grouped only and I hit make, you'll see that Cricut has now added these two onto my cutting mat separate. But I had my design like this. Why won't it stay like that? I cancel out of here and instead hit attach and then make. Now our design stays exactly the way we wanted it. This is mostly for HTV or permanent vinyl. Cardstock, of course, will not matter because it's going to be into pieces either way. But permanent vinyl or HTV can be transferred with transfer tape. And instead of having to layer things and make sure they're aligned properly, this makes life so much easier. That's how attach works. Do note, I will detach this and ungroup it. If I were to change these bats to pink and I selected everything and clicked on attach, it changes everything to black. The reason being is that if it's attached, it can only cut out of one color. If it's not attached and you have this as pink, it needs 2 different colors to cut from. There isn't a way to attach a project that isn't the same color. You want to ensure your project is the exact same color when attaching. And lastly, under the combine functions, if I hit the down arrow, we have unite and weld. Unite and weld pretty well do the exact same thing. Unite you can undo. If after you welded it, you went on to do other things, you cannot unweld it. So I'll explain what I mean. Why we want to use unite or weld is because, as you can hopefully see, there is letters that are overlapping each other. And for instance, even the C and the R, how it's sitting there. So anything with this line here means it's going to cut. But we want it to look like this, where it's nice and smooth. And this will be one cut versus a slice here and a slice here, like this. This will be all its own cuts, and it's not going to look very great. So when we hit unite, you will see, I hope you saw, just ununite it. So here are our lines, and they are now gone, and we have a clean cut for our design. Unite is very important because I promise you, if you do not unite, the project will show that it's been sliced in all of those places. And it may not be noticeable from afar, but if you got close, it will be noticeable. And it's not very clean. We want clean work, especially if we're selling these things to clients. So I'm just going to show you with how weld works. If I hit weld, it does the exact same thing. And the only way to undo a weld is by hitting this undo button. However, if I was to weld this and I were to move on and start creating more of my design, I'm just going to do some silliness here, but I moved on. If I hit undo, it's just going to undo that. So I'll have to keep hitting undo. So you see it's just moving the bat around where I had it. Same with the other bat. And then I'm able to undo this. If you save this project and come back to it, you'll no longer be able to undo it. So please, it's really important that you keep that in mind. I highly suggest using Unite. And the reason why I prefer Weld, and I'll hit Unite, is that Unite gives it almost like a grouped project, and I don't like to see that. For me, it's just very visual. It gets me a little confused when I'm designing and there's a lot going on my screen. So once I'm done and I'm happy with everything, I likely will go and just hit undo Unite and then just weld it. I know it sounds really silly. If you are fine with seeing that, then please just use Unite all the time so you don't run into any issues down the road. And that's it for my favorite tools in Design Space. I have to be honest, I don't tend to use the other functions. Although Subtract is starting to become my best friend, and that's because of all the stencils I'll be making. But I will be doing a tutorial on that for you all shortly. The other two, I have never used them. I've tested them out, and it's not something that I need at this time. The other thing I wanted to show you is, as somebody asked me this the other day, and I can't for the life of me find the comment, and it's really upsetting because I feel bad for this person. Cricut has a beta version happening right now. The beta version has switched the menu that we're seeing up here to a different location. You may want to know how to move into that beta version because sometimes there's things that we might like to try because it's brand new and it's only available in the beta version. So how you get to the beta version is under your name, you're going to click that down arrow and you're going to click on settings. Be warned, if you're doing this and you have a project on your mat, I highly suggest saving that project so you have no issues with losing it. And I think Cricut actually gives you a notice as well. But under General and under Application Experience, you'll see it says Live, which is what I'm currently on, and then Beta. I click on Beta. Here's your warning. Save all work before changing the application experience. And then I'm going to click on Done. It's going to do what it has to do. There may be updates. So there we go. We have another update. We're going to let that update for us. I just updated this yesterday, so that's to tell you. They are constantly making changes. It saved my project. Huh. There you go. Okay. You'll see the beta version looks much different than the live version at the top here. It also looks different down here. You'll notice I have lost my tools that were down here, and I lost majority of the tools that were up here. For the beta version, I am not a huge fan. I don't like the fact that the tools are over here. You have to click on this pencil at the top here, and that opens up all of your tools. However, if I wasn't clicked on this Happy Crafter portion, you'll see the tools change completely. So to me, that's really confusing for crafters, especially new ones who are watching videos, especially to learn how to do things. So hopefully Cricut will not go ahead with this because it's, to me, just too confusing. So everything has to be clicked on in order for the tools. You'll see I have these ones. These are the tools that show up. If I click on this one, then more tools show up. I'm not sure why they did that. We have our combine tools down here, which again only shows up if we're clicked on something that needs to be combined. I'm clicked on the octagon, and you can see because I'm clicked on the octagon, the combine tool is not needed and it's not showing up. If I do this, everything I click on brings in different tools. Anyhow, you're looking for your tools, and if you happen to be that person who reached out, again, I'm sorry I can't seem to find the comment, but your tool, you may be in the beta version, and if you are, this is where you will find your tools with the pencil. And for anybody else who may not have known this, I hope this helps you out a little bit. Anyhow, that is it for my favorite tools. I will go back to the live version because that is not a nice version for me. If you enjoyed that tutorial, of course, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the bell button so you're notified when I post new videos, and of course, subscribe to my channel. Until next week, I hope you have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and bye now.